It's Friday, April 14th at about 10:52 in the morning, and I'm out on another bike ride, my third of the year, and I'm going to go around the Echo Lake Loop today. It's beautiful at about 23 degrees right now, no wind and sunny with some light cloud and just perfect riding weather. The turtles are already coming out onto the roads. Yesterday I had to take 3 of them off this road here on the way back from Depot Lakes. And it was a good thing I did, because not long after I moved them off, a big school bus came along. So I'll move this one off too. There you go, okay. There you go, buddy. There you go. Stay off the road, please. Well, this is my worst case scenario. I always worry about them grading the road up here because it's all gravel, and every spring they seem to grade it. I was hoping it was still left nice, tightly packed, because it gets hard to ride. Now, so far I'm okay. He must have been grading here this morning, so I'm riding the part that he's graded just once, and it's fairly tight. I'm hoping he hasn't done it too far up here, because it could get very loose if he just grades it back over this part. Yeah, so still riding the scraped area on the right side here. You can see the loose pile he's made on the left side. Once he scrapes that back over to this side, it'll get very loose all over the road. So I'm perhaps lucky that I'm coming up at this moment where I can still ride this side before it gets covered over with the loose stuff. So after riding up this road for about 15 minutes, I'm still following the grader. I'm not sure how far he's gotten. Hopefully he hasn't gone around the whole loop. I'm hoping the west side at least is untouched, but we'll see. Well, the road grader just passed me heading south, and as you can see, he spread the stuff over the road now. I'm hoping if I stay right on the very right here, I may still be able to ride on some of the hardly scraped part. Well, there's not much space for me to ride on the right side. Sometimes there's a little area there, and then other times there's nothing or it's wet. So I'm riding where he just shoved the gravel over. And luckily it's not too deep. It's fairly well spread and only maybe an inch or so depth. I'm still hitting some hard pan underneath, so the riding isn't too bad. You just got to be careful because some areas are deeper, but it really changes it from what it was prior to grading, which would have been a hard packed dirt with rocks embedded in it. And yes, I know you get some potholes, but overall it's a lot easier to go over than on loose gravel. So you can clearly see where I've been on the road. So I've just come past Rainbow Road, and it looks like this section of the road was either graded a few days ago, general road itself is more packed. Still a bit of loose gravel, but not like we were riding on. So I'm hoping it'll get better from here. Well, this is more what I was hoping for. The moist packed dirt. Still a little bit of gravel, but for the most part you can ride on this packed dirt. It's almost like riding on pavement. And sometimes you can time it right where the whole loop is like this and it hasn't been graded recently. But the worst case of all is when they decide to add new gravel and they add it about 3 inches deep. Then it's virtually impossible to ride around. Just coming up to the train bridge ahead, and that'll be the north end of the loop. The old surly long-haul trucker is doing a great job once again, battling these rough back roads here. I'm running into a bit looser gravel again after having the hard packed dirt. So we'll see how it goes once I get south of 4th Lake Road. Well, here I am at 4th Lake Road, and it does indeed look like it's less touched south of here. To this point, I've been riding over areas that have been graded to various degrees. In some places, he didn't seem to grade too deeply or at all, and in other places, he graded more deeply. So it's been variably loose or packed. Yeah, this is more like it. Nice hard packed dirt with just a light sand in it. Nice and smooth. This is what I was hoping the whole loop would be like. Oh well. Still been a very nice ride. Well, we've just completed the wild section of the ride, which you can see behind me. We're down here at the railroad tracks now, heading south towards Second Lake Road. That side was variable. It was smooth in some areas and then gravelly in other areas. Not the greatest, but not too bad. And then we'll get back into the gravel on Second Lake Road, but it's fairly packed, I think, there, unless they've graded it in the last few days. And then head home. And I'm getting hot. It's about 1 o'clock, I think, and probably 26 or 27 degrees by the feel of it. But it does feel good to me. I'm not going to complain. Here's a big old lady, quite a large snapping turtle on the side of Second Lake Road here beside the swamp. Out looking for potential nesting sites already, I guess. Seems early, but maybe because of the extra warm weather we're having. She's oriented her head towards me in case she needs to attack. I'll just leave her here. Hopefully she's okay on the side of the road. She's right over at the edge, so hopefully anyone else coming along will see her and not run over her. I don't want to get her really aggravated. Well, it's 1:43 and I'm back home. I didn't do much videoing on the last 10 kilometers or so just because I felt hot and parched. Not quite used to the sunny, warm weather yet, and I'm probably doing too much. I don't think I mentioned before that that was a 42.5 kilometer ride over fairly rough, rugged roads on the north half anyhow. So I wasn't racing by any means. I was slowed by the road conditions and also slowed because I was doing video and photography. So the main purpose was to get out and enjoy it and hopefully record enough stuff for a video, and I think I've done that. So hope you enjoyed that ride around the Echo Lake Loop.